Laura's Adventure. Hi, I am Laura. I am 10 years old and a little bit different. I have a condition known as diabetes. There are three main types of diabetes: type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. I have type 1. This means I have to pay close attention to what I eat. I also have to prick my finger and test my blood sugar on a monitor. I have to take insulin shots every day to keep my blood sugar from getting too high. I also have to eat sugar or carbohydrates to keep my sugar from getting too low. If my sugar gets too low, I feel shaky, and if it gets too high, I feel sleepy. Shots may sound scary, but I have gotten used to them. You see, I have had diabetes since I was 3 years old. I was not technically born with it, but it was in my genes. Someone in my family had it, and it eventually passed down to me. Type 1 diabetes is genetic, while type 2 and 3 are both developed. You may ask, how did you know you had diabetes if you were not born with it? Well, my parents knew the signs to look for because my dad also has diabetes. First, I was really thirsty and nothing would satisfy it. I then was very tired and always hungry. My parents then took me to the doctor and got me tested. The doctor explained to my parents that I had type 1 diabetes. When I was really sick a few weeks before with a virus, it had kicked my diabetes into motion, similar to a roller coaster creeping up to the peak of a hill and then going full speed down the hill. The doctor explained to me that I would have it for the rest of my life. He then told me I was going to be okay. I just needed to learn something new. I went home feeling sad. I did not like being different. However, I knew I would be okay. My dad sat me down and told me all about my blood sugar. He told me I would need shots every day and I would need to prick my finger to test my sugar. I thought it would hurt a lot, but it was not too bad. Type 1 diabetes means my pancreas does not produce insulin. That is why I need to take insulin shots. I take a certain amount of insulin depending on how many carbohydrates I eat. It can be tricky figuring out how much insulin to take, but it really just comes down to math. Sometimes I am really hungry, but I can't eat if my sugar is too high. I also always have to keep candy in my pocket if my sugar gets too low. During school, I keep my glucose monitor on me at all times. Glucose is another word for blood sugar. I have to go to the nurse to take my insulin, and my teacher lets me eat in class whenever I need to. My friends sometimes get upset when I do not share my candy. I have to explain to them I need it, otherwise I can get very sick. Diabetes affects my body in several ways. Sometimes when I get sick or hurt, it takes me a long time to heal. This is because my blood sugar is an important part of the healing process. If my blood sugar is too high or low, my body will not heal quickly. My body also cannot fight off infections as quickly, which can cause a lot of complications. Science has come a long way, but so far no cure has been found. Insulin pumps and Dexcom glucose monitors have been made to make diabetics' lives easier by taking our blood sugar and providing the appropriate amount of insulin without the shots. Hopefully, scientists will find a cure eventually, but these devices are extremely beneficial in the meantime. With the help of these devices and a healthy diet and exercise, diabetes should be manageable with little complications. Service dogs have also been shown to be helpful with monitoring blood sugar, and hopefully these services will soon be available to all type 1 diabetics. Diabetes plays a big role in my life, however, it is not my whole life. I still do a lot of normal activities. My favorite thing to do is go to the beach. I have to make sure to bring extra snacks and check my blood sugar regularly, but it does not take away from the fun. I love to swim and make sandcastles. At the end of the day, I like being different. 1 in 10 people have type 1 diabetes, which I think makes me pretty special. I may not be like every kid, but I would not change my condition. Even though diabetes can be difficult at times, it will not stop me from achieving my goals. Diabetes is a part of me, and that is what makes me me. And I like being me.